Everybody, it's complimentary, and today I'm going to show you everything I got for Christmas and for my birthday. So to get one thing straight first, the reason why I'm doing Christmas and my birthday is because they're within like 1.5 months of each other, so I decided to just do both of them at once. So I'm going to begin with Christmas. So the first thing I got was this set of cheese speed cubes. The set contained 5 different cubes. Here we have a 2x2, 3x3, 4x4, Mega Minx, and Pyraminx. Just moving everything off to the side, we'll begin with the 2x2. This 2x2 is, I mean, it's okay, but it's not my favorite. I think my main is a lot better. It's just a little tight, and it doesn't corner cut very well, and it just doesn't feel very smooth at all. Next up is the 3x3. Now, when I first opened this, my immediate thought was, wow, this is incredible. This is going to be my new main. Little did I know later that day I would get a much better cube. But for that 15 minutes about, this was the best cube I had ever seen. Next up, the 4x4. Now this one, I was really conflicted because it felt just as good as my main when I first got it out. But after loosening it a little bit, because I thought it was a little too tight, I did some practice solves and I realized that my main was actually faster than this one. So it's still a great cube, I just probably won't use it very much. So next up is the Mega Minx. Now I've only had one Mega Minx prior to this, so this one, it was vastly, oh god. As I was saying, I only had one Mega Minx prior to this, and this one was a lot better than that one, so this one will be my main for future competitions. And then finally from this set was the Pyraminx. Now Pyraminx is one of my favorite events. Once again, I only had one Pyraminx before this though, and I like this one a lot better. Initially I thought it was magnetized, but then I found that the ball bearings are like all the way at the bottom of the piece. But overall I like it. It's just a nice, quick Pyraminx. Alright, moving on from that speed cube set, on Christmas I also got this Penrose cube from Z-Cube. And if you don't know what Penrose cube is, it is a Rubik's cube with 3 different colors, where the 2 sides next to each other are the same color. Now this is a relatively fast cube. It likes to pop sometimes, but it's a very interesting solve. I really enjoy it. And overall the shape is just nice and smooth and I like it. Then I got this, an original Rubik's clock. Now the clock is in the WCA, but it is a very controversial event. It may be removed soon. When I went to my first competition, I didn't have a clock yet, so I couldn't compete in clock. But now that I do my next competition, I'm going to compete in clock. And this is an original Rubik's one, so it's a little bit more expensive than the ones that they make today. But I think it was worth it for the extra originality. Alright, just 2 things left for Christmas. One thing I got was this Rubik's 3x3, but it's not an ordinary Rubik's 3x3. This came as part of a build your own cube set, so you came with all the pieces disassembled, no tiles on it, and the core was in pieces and you had to make your own, you had to screw everything in together. And overall, while it's kind of fast, it's really loose and clicky, and I really don't like using it. And then finally for Christmas, we have this 3x3. Now this is my new current main, because I got it out and it was so fast, and I really don't know the brand. The box was like completely unmarked, so I have no idea what brand it is, but I really like it, and it's very fast. Alright, so next up will be things that I got for my birthday. First, we have the V-Sphere. Now this was made by V-Cube, and it's similar to a 15 puzzle, which is a puzzle with a bunch of numbered tiles and one missing spot where you have to drag the tiles around to get it in order. So this does have a missing tile, and the goal is these triangles don't move. And the goal is to get all the pieces around the triangle. In addition to moving it like this, you can also shift entire rows sometimes if it wants to move. There we go. So next up we have this thing called a shashibo, and it doesn't turn like a normal Rubik's Cube. Instead, you kind of open it up and then you can move it into various configurations, such as this one, or this one, or this one. And once you're done with it, you just get it back to here and close it up into a cube. Next up we have this twist cube, which is basically a normal 3x3, but someone's grabbed it and twisted it. So now these edges are centers, and these centers are edges. And it solves very similarly to a Fisher cube, because you have center orientation and these edges the same way, up and down. So you can get a parity where the edges flipped and you wouldn't know it. And overall, it's okay fast, but it's very fun to mess around with. And then we have my second ghost cube. Now, I know it's scrambled. I'm working on it. I'm using my other ghost cube as reference to try and solve this one so that I can actually have solved one. And then finally, two brand new cubes that I got yesterday. Now this one, oh no. Now this one is a 6x6 by Cyclone Boys. It's the Defantic 6x6. And I've already completed a solve on it. I'm very similar to a 4x4 because as you get to 4x4 and 5x5, everything else is just the same thing, but longer. And finally, I have this. This is the YJ Yoo-Hoo 7x7. It is magnetic, so that's nice. This is my very first magnetic cube. Of course, it's this giant 7x7. And once again, I've already completed a solve on it. I'm not very good at big cubes. Like the last two centers take me a very long time. And I'm very slow at edge pairing, but overall, it's still an interesting experience. So there we go. That's everything I got for Christmas and for my birthday. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, and I'll see you next time.